Good afternoon. Appreciate all y'all coming out today and covering these Owls. Obviously, Saturday, talked about it already, but wasn't the performance we wanted against a very good, very solid Western Kentucky team. The turnovers were a factor in the game. Not being able to get off the grass on third down was a factor in the game that kind of became a critical part. Both of those things became critical as the game went on. And I think Tyson's just done a fabulous job assembling a great football team. They got great schemes and they play incredibly hard. And so with that, your margin for error is going to be very small. And we made too many of those critical errors on Saturday to win a game. So my message to the guys has been very simple. It's do your job, do your 111th. Let's make sure we're locked in. Let's make sure we're putting our best foot forward against the defending conference champions as they roll in here this weekend. So it's our final home game of the season, which means it's the final home game of a lot of these guys' careers here at Rice. With it being senior day, I'm excited for these guys to get a chance to go out there, to be honored in pregame, and then get a chance to perform at Rice Stadium one more time. So we're going to play a great football team. I don't think it's any secret what Jeff Traylor's done there. You talk about how he's built the thing at UTSA with their transfers. You talk about how he's grown players within their program and developed them. So I have so much respect for their football team, the talent that they have. And I have that much respect for Jeff, him as a coach, him as a person. So I think it's going to be a great matchup. But again, I think this game, like all of them, will be about us. And I do think it's a really cool thing for our seniors. We'll have them talk. We'll have them talk to the team about what this means for them being their last game here. And man, I'm so proud of that group of seniors. I'm glad we get the opportunity to celebrate all the things that they've done coming into this program and certainly leaving it better than they found it, and all the work that they put in from helping us as a coaching staff to helping the young guys develop. Really proud of this group. So it'll be a little bit emotional in pregame, and then we'll put that aside and we'll get to that football game at hand when that ball is kicked off. So with that, I'll open up for any questions. One more time. Goals are still intact. Well, not all of them are in our control. That's for sure. We gave up that right when we lost Saturday about playing for a conference championship and hosting it. Is it possible? Yeah, but we need help from other people right now. Bowl game, some people say it's already secured. I don't want to think like that. I want to say we've got to go earn this thing. We've got to win these next two games and put ourselves in the position we want to be in.
When you kind of sat through before the season, what was it? Your floor, what you wanted? Was it 5 wins? Was it a full game?
No, you know me. I always talk process and progress, but I wanted it to be a little more than incremental progress, right? I wanted to take a bigger jump. I wanted to earn that bowl game, and I wanted to play for a conference title. I thought those were things that if we played well on 12 Saturdays, we would have a chance to do. And we played well on some Saturdays, but we didn't on others. And so we don't have that opportunity anymore.
And then we kind of look at this week, conference title or not, it feels like every year, past couple of years, y'all found a way to knock off big dogs and conference, somebody at the top of the standing. Does that add any special meaning to this game, the senior day, the staff that we call in and in-state rivalry?
I like where your head's at. I'll tell you that much. I certainly would love the opportunity to do what we've done in some past years, and maybe that's upset the apple cart in this conference as we go down the stretch here. The other thing we've been pretty good at is winning on senior day and understanding how much it means to these guys and making sure everybody's locked in and focused going into the week in every practice we have, and then performing well on game day. And our guys have done that here. So that's what makes me very optimistic. Also, the way we practiced yesterday makes me very optimistic. We're doing things the right way. We're attacking the process. Now we got to go have a great Tuesday practice, as we always talk about, great Wednesday, continue on throughout the week, and then we got to perform on Saturday. But our ability to do so, I believe in tremendously.
And especially if you probably never have to go back to Bowling Green and Breeze again. These guys schedule, at least for the next 4 years, going to be there.
Yep. And again, what a great team to have on our schedule with only being 3 hours apart in proximity. They have been the class of Conference USA. Certainly last year, they elevated their team. They beat a Big Ten team, and they've scared everybody they play. And they haven't lost a conference game this year. So this is a really, really good football team. I think we all can acknowledge that. But I also think it's really cool anytime you play a team in Texas where a lot of our guys went to high school together and played against each other and have those backstories that make rivalries what they are. So I'm glad this one will continue. And like I said, like aside from the days we play each other, I think the world of Jeff Traylor, and I consider him a friend.
And how do you flip the script from last year? This game went south, kind of snowball.
Man, I watched that game so many times in the last 48 hours. I actually told the team this last night. Like, you watch it, and they're going to see it in all their cut-ups because we included it in the cut-ups because it's largely the same, offense and defense from a structure standpoint, from a play standpoint. The bodies have changed, the people have changed, but the people on our sideline have changed immensely too. And that's what I see. Like, we are so different than that team. The way we perform. Number one, we performed terribly last year in that game. Number two, like when you look at it position by position, like you just feel like we've upgraded. And a lot of times it's the same person. It's just a better version of himself. And that's really cool. When I look at some of the plays we made or didn't make last year in that game and what I know we're capable of now, that's what gets me excited.
Coach, the fifth-year senior, that one is your first year.
The 5th years are the 6 years where there's 5, 6 years, I believe, that are prior to me arriving that have stuck it out since day one.
So 6-year fifth-grader senior, that's still big.
Yeah, I think like when you pour your heart and soul into anything, whether it's 4, 5, or 6 years, it seems like it was 4 years not long ago, right, when we talked about a senior. But now you've got guys that are so invested in this program. I so badly want to see them have success.
They not only turnover the big story last week, like when you get turnovers, it's an obvious thing in football, turnovers and building. If you limit the turnover, you get to have a great results.
Yeah, we're a good football team, a good offense when we do that, when we limit the turnovers. Yeah, it's almost like Butterface, right? Like everything's good, Butterface, like everything's good when you look at this play-by-play, except for those turnovers. And as a matter of fact, if you look at it, you think what a close game that was. What a battle that must have been. We had more first downs than them. We possessed the ball for 37 minutes. There were so many good things mixed in there. But you can't say that. Like, the turnovers are everything. We know how much of an effect they have on college football games. So we just can't live that way. We've got to protect the football. And our defense got us 2 turnovers and a 4th down stop. But it was almost too little too late when you look at how we haven't been able to start fast in those games. And when the first drive goes down for a touchdown, we've got to immediately respond on offense. And you saw us do it, go right down the field and throw a pick in the low red. And that's just inexcusable.
Coach, you got one of your quarterbacks here today. But which quarterback situation?
Yeah, we got about 5 of them on the roster. And I don't know that I can give you a straight answer today. What I can tell you is that, Shawqi came in and finished out the game, and he took a lot of reps with the ones yesterday, did a really nice job. TJ was at practice and did all the things in drill work, which is probably more than I expected him to do yesterday. He's still hurting, and I have no idea exactly what the future looks like at that position. We're taking it day by day. I heard Sean McDermott talk about Josh Allen last week as hour by hour. We're not quite there yet, but we're day by day. And whoever the trainers say is in a position where they're cleared to perform and they're ready to perform, we're going to go out there and do it. But as far as I know, Shawqi's pretty healthy. So we're counting on him to go out there and have a great day today. Oh, shoot, we chose him. We recruited him. He actually played for a cool program that did a lot of really good things, but they had an offensive line that had an aversion to blocking. So like he saw a lot of touchdowns, celebrated a lot of touchdown throws on his back, and the courage to step into throws and do some of that. That's what we fell in love with. And, I don't know that he beat TJ in a foot race, but he's not a statue either. He's a guy that has the ability to run back there and has proven he has the courage to play this game at a high level. His growth from spring through training camp to even during the season has been fabulous. Yeah, Blake's playing at a high level. Blake's a lot to deal with. The pressures, the hits he's getting on the quarterback. Yeah, I'll let him tell you his nickname, but that dude's doing some really good things in our program, to say the least.
UTSA, they're so good in talk. What kind of jumps out at
Frank Harris, phenomenal. You know, I was watching a game after we played UTEP on the Thursday. I got to watch their game versus UAB and listen to the TV announcers, and they did a poll, just a straw poll of who is the Conference USA Player of the Year at this point. And it was like 90% voted for Frank Harris. I was like, I agree. He's phenomenal. And so he's what makes such a big difference for him this year. This is what I have so much respect for, is they lost a lot of super seniors off last year's team. Like some ridiculous amount. I don't know if it's 20 seniors, 28 seniors they had last year. And they're still undefeated in conference. They're still right back in the driver's seat. And I think it's a testament to Coach Traylor and his staff, but also Frank Harris. And that group of receivers has been fabulous. You know, I think it's a shame number one got hurt, because Clark was doing a great job. But you look at Zachary Franklin, number 4, you look at Joshua Cephas, Aaron Cephas' little brother, and the effect he's having game in and game out. Like Cephas is averaging something like 10 balls and 84 yards a game. Like he's affecting the game in a positive way. He's a punt returner. You can tell how much they trust him. So they got a good group of guys over there. And then their defense, with almost a new cast of characters, they're still bullying people up front. They're still playing their 3-4-2 gapping, and you know, it all looks the same. Then they slant out of a gap and slant strong or slant weak, and the disruption they're causing right now. Their safeties have always played at a high level. You know, Rashad Wisdom, one of their captains, is out for the year. But the other guys are stepping in and being physical right there at the point of attack. Their safeties' hats come into the box and meet running backs at the line of scrimmage. Like they're so violently downhill, and they tackle well. So those are the things that make it great. But if you're asking me what it starts and ends with, it starts with Frank Harris.
And then on the other side of the ball, against Western, the sequence when you get went down, you go to the back, you know what happened, run again. Everybody in the stadium knows you got probably trying to run the ball, not a lot of like 8 plays, and just churned out the field. One of the best running drives y'all have had.
Yeah, really proud of the guys for that.
And how important this weekend.
Yeah, I think you go back even to the UTEP game, and I think TJ's performance and maybe the way we won maybe covered up how good we ran the ball. Like we ran the ball exceptionally well against UTEP too, and that's 2 games in a row we're dealing with pretty violent fronts and a lot of movement in the offensive line and the blocking unit handling it great. I really think Western Kentucky was our running back's best game of the year in terms of seeing things and hitting things. And I thought yards after contact by Juma and Cameron was phenomenal. Uriah West comes in those situations, and he's punishing people with his pads. And Dean Connors had a good run that he was a shoestring tackle away from probably scoring on. So there's a lot of good stuff going on in the running back room. I do think the offensive line's doing a great job. And so I don't want to downplay that at all. But for Shawqi to come in there and on his first play, he threw the ball. He made the right read and threw the ball. And that was great to see. And then you do put together a good drive and go down the field and put it in the box. Then we come out of halftime and we go and get 3 points. And so you talk about winning the middle 8 and how important that is. That's another stat that will blow off all the analytics guys right now. When you win the middle 8, 10-3, you know, they're going to tell you you're going to win a lot of games. And that game again, we were our own worst enemy against an incredibly good team.
anything else? Thanks, Coach.
All right. Thank you all.
Blake is in the crowd, so if you want to help.
Good afternoon.
After the game, just reflect back, what were your impressions, what you feel like you learned?
Yeah, just coming into the game, learn how to operate everything, just making sure I had the best communication. Just wanted to make sure, you know, everything was getting out to all my teammates and everything like that. We pretty much flushed last week, so, you know, we're just excited to start this new week and continue with our practice.
Question.
Given the history of health at the position during your time at Rivals. It's always felt like the next man up at quarterback could happen.
Mhm.
What was that moment like? Down, he did it down. Nope.
Well, you never want to go in under those circumstances, but that was the situation. So obviously I have to step up. Just wanted to make sure, again, like I said, had great communication on the field, just doing my job at the end of the day. And, just making sure we have the belief still that we could win the game.
How valuable was it for you to see that to get into a game? Potentially how this week comes out. Or how important is it for you to have this game, but see like before?
No, I was super grateful for the opportunity. It's awesome just taking reps, live reps especially, and just continuous reps, and it really helps out with real time, with game speed and everything like that. So it was awesome.
How does game speed? Right.
Yeah, in the past I've had limited reps, but it's just a whole different game. Everything, you can't really think. You have to play ball at the end of the day. So I would say that's the biggest difference.
What's it like being? Anytime you go in, for whatever reason, it's either 100% of times. Talking about what that's like.
Yeah, each week you have to prepare like you're the starter, because you never know what can happen, and that's pretty much it. That's all there is to it. Just prepare like you're the starter, and just be ready at all times, really.
Coach Bloomgren mentioned that he brought
Mhm.
spring season.
Yeah, just really buckling down on the offense. Knowing kills, knowing when not to kill, reading defenses, all that type of stuff. Just learning our playbook that much better. Really helped me out through, help my growth through spring. So. What do you mean? Right when I got on the field, obviously you have, little nerves coming into the game, but you got to be that guy and you got to go. You can't really wait for anything. So immediately right when I got in the game, just in game mode.
What would you consider?
I think my biggest strength is my ability to stay in the pocket and take some of those hits, but deliver the ball down the field at the same time. And just deliver it accurately, too. So that's what I believe my biggest strengths are.
I understand it's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, it was really cool. Yeah. Being from Florida is, not really too used to that cold, but it is what it is,
First start this weekend. How significant is that?
It is awesome. That was one of my goals at the beginning of the year to become a starter, but unfortunately, it is went down. That I didn't really like that, but it gave me a chance to step up and give me a good experience that I learned a lot from, and so hopefully keep building on top of that, and one of many, hopefully.
That's always a goal as a player, but also teammates got a question. Somebody on the line, they can see, hey, what am I seeing? What am I looking at? They get it out, they can step out. Once you step to the line, all right, ready to go.
Yes, sir. Like you said, I ask a lot from DB and and they help me, like just seeing different things, what each team's doing their own way, and coming to the sideline, it helps me adjust, and we all adjust. We all pick up on their calls that they're doing, what calls are calling out before the play, so we know which play's coming. And that's huge. It helps me play better. It makes us all play better, and just helps us work together as a team more. So yes, sir.
Being in the game as far as you improving players, kind of talk about it.
Yeah, like you said, practice is practice. And I mean, we get tons of better from practice. And I always say perfect practice is perfect play. But yeah, a game is just a whole different atmosphere. Just everything's happening so much more fast. Everything's more physical. And I just learned a lot more and like just to do on or what to do on like certain situations is like stuff that you won't encounter in practice. So I just feel games is just a better opportunity to learn more stuff like that, just at a faster speed and just more you can't do in practice. So.
Right.
Oh yeah, yes sir, we do. I mean, heard a lot about him, and we've been practicing, watch a bunch of film of him, and so just ready to get to it. You know, for me, D line, obviously, their O lines that sticks out to me. I mean, they're big physical guys, so I just got to work on staying low this week and keeping my eyes right, keep working my hands good. So, seeing all this big lineman. Well, it's big sexy, but I think I got it back in high school from my high school head coach. I was big and sexy, as he says. So, but it's caught on around here. Coach Calhoun, I think he's finally saying it. So, finally earning it. So that's good. Yeah, he didn't want to admit it at first because he said I didn't earn it, but I think I might have earned it now. Yes, sir.
And then you go look at the line. Kind of the off front the past couple of weeks. How do you feel like y'all are progressing? Being able to get to the quarterback, be able to front play, get off.
You know, I feel like we progress every day at practice. We go hard, go 110% in practice every day, no matter if it's physical practice or even just a walkthrough. But you know, looking at them, they're big all linemen. They might all be big, but everybody has flaws. Everybody's imperfect. So we just picking out those in film and just see like what tactics we can use to get past them and get to the quarterback, like you said. Yeah.
Feel like you're close to being able to have a dominant game with the switch. Yeah.
I definitely feel we're really close, and I basically say we're almost there. I mean, like I said earlier, it's an imperfect game. We're all imperfect people, but I mean, I feel like we're just slowly stacking on the good things, and we're all gonna feel like might still be figuring out some things that we need to work on. And so hopefully this week we can come out, get that shutout, like you said, and that's really what we're working for.
So, like, team that's in first place, it's always a big deal to play first place team. Is there a pretty good rivalry with you guys back there in state?
Yeah, I definitely say this. I mean, any Texas team, there definitely is that Texas football culture behind that rivalry. And you know, place wise, I never really like to look at the place. You know, they're football players just like us, so we go out there and we give them our best game, and they give us our best game, and see who comes out on top. But yeah, I definitely feel like there's a certain level of rivalry between us two because you know Texas is the best state for football, so it's definitely there. Yeah, we got 2 interesting games coming up. But looking forward to them.
I didn't see your day, but I just checked here. A lot of guys that came to your class right over with UTSA, you know, to the American Western Kentucky, you're done.
Mhm.
Does it add anything special when you know we're seeing next year?
It definitely does. Like you said, it brings back that rivalry. You know, it just keeps growing, and it's just a fight. We like to fight them each year, see who gets better, see who can come out on top each year. So that's awesome about football, and awesome about them coming up with we moving up together, and just can't wait. Can't look forward to it.
You know, you know this.
I do not. I knew somebody that was going there last year, but I think he ended up decommitting, but I did not reach or as of now. Yes, sir.
And then senior day, what does the senior class mean to you? How important to get that win, 6 win plus?
Yeah, I mean, those guys are special. They've done a lot for this program, and they're real. Shoot, someone even in the D line room, those guys are my leaders, and I look up to them. All my class does, freshman class, all the classes below them do, and that'd be a very special, like to us, not just the seniors, just the lower classmen, everybody else, just go get this 6th win and make history with these guys that we love so much, just admire so much. So that'd be very special, sir.